Now, my colleagues and I understand that our nation faces significant challenges. Families are having to make tough choices, and so are we, as anyone who attends our ERC meetings will be able to confirm off the record, without going into detail, of course. We're being upfront with people about this because we've seen the harm that has been done by a wasted decade of government putting off problems or just pretending that they don't exist. Equally, we recognise there are very few quick fixes here. We want to build to last, and that takes time. And yet for every question facing the nation, our opponents offer the same answer: no. For a decade in government, they created these problems, and now in opposition, they stand in the way of solutions. After a decade of inflicting low wages as a deliberate design feature of their economic architecture, they said no to increasing the minimum wage. They've said no to secure jobs and better pay. They've said no to making gender equity and job security objectives of the Fair Work Act. They've said no to helping the heroes of the pandemic by increasing their wages. After a decade of denial and delay on climate change, a decade of chaos and paralysis on energy policy, they said no to the new jobs and opportunities of renewable energy. They said no in December to helping families with their power bills. They said no to energy security for Australian manufacturing. No to the safeguard mechanism that they designed in government and that the Australian business community are crying out for them to support, to give them the certainty that they need. After a decade of hollowing out our skills base and driving manufacturing offshore, they're saying no to the National Reconstruction Fund, no to making things here again, no to 180,000 fee-free TAFE places. And after a decade of ignoring Australia's housing challenges, they're saying no to the Housing Australia Future Fund, no to the Housing Supply and Affordability Council, no to more crisis accommodation for women and children escaping domestic violence, no to better housing for veterans. No alternatives, no amendments, no compromise, no contribution. Just the same relentless negativity that defined the no-alition under Tony Abbott. Such a contrast with the constructive approach that we took in opposition during the pandemic, where even if we disagreed with elements of various economic stimulus, even if we sought to move amendments, we gave an assurance that they would have our bipartisan support, because we understood that in tough times we knew the responsibility we had to the nation. I want Australians to enjoy a more secure nation with more secure industries and more secure jobs, to have a better future. The Liberals want the next 10 years to look like the last 10 years. Well, you can't deliver for people if you're just trying to divide the nation. In all its forms, our future security depends on engaging with the world and shaping change. That's what drives our government's ambition for Australia. Not division and fear and negativity, but optimism and purpose and urgency. Because as I said here at the National Press Club just 3 days before polling day, unless we shape the future will shape us. And I have no doubt that Australians can rise to this moment and make this decade and beyond our own. We have enormous advantages if we're prepared to seize the opportunities that are right there before us. My government is working every day to build greater security for the nation, in our economy and in people's daily lives, by engaging in our region, by investing in our sovereignty, our self-reliance, our capacity to make things here again, by seizing the opportunities of renewable energy, by building an economy that embraces innovation and productivity, repays hard work and rewards initiative, and by strengthening the services people rely upon. This is a better and more secure future we are determined to deliver. A better future made right here in Australia. Thanks very much.